Shout out to you, beautiful, beautiful people. It's your boy No Face. Back in the building with another one. This day, I hope that you enjoyed it to the best of your ability. I'm not going to keep you long. Y'all see the topic. A very, very, very important topic. A serious topic. An urgent topic. A past due topic. We need men to be God-like. Let's get into the topic. Shout out to everybody who's tuning in. Shout out to everybody who will tune in. I'm different for a reason, like you are different for a reason. But I'm about to get into your hearts. I'm about to get into the bottom of your belly. I'm about to shake up some stuff, right? Because most time when you don't know a thing, you keep doing the thing that's causing you all your pain, right? And if the majority of people around you are doing the same thing or doing the least, it can put you in a place of stagnation, right? Stagnation, or procrastination, or justification. For those who are in leadership roles, I want you to keep this in your mind. When you seem like you're the only one doing the right thing, or the right thing the best of your ability. But I'm here to give you a little alert. Just because everybody around you is doing the wrong thing, that don't give you permission to slide. That tell you you are a special chosen someone that was sent to do great things. So don't get delayed. Don't be delayed. Don't be what you call stuck or in prison because you chose a different route, right? You try to overlook because you didn't think anybody knew. But I'm here to tell you, I'm not going to keep you guys, but this is a very important message. To my men, why is it critical, why is it so important to be God-like? And to the black man especially, to each and every one of you blame one another. For each and every one of you blame the white man. To every black man who blame, who make excuses, who justify, who say he's trying. You can't try. You weren't born to try. You were born to execute. That's why you was given your position called a man, which is one who protects. The evidence proved he was here to protect because of his massive masculine look. Which means he's wrong, right? It shows. So each man who blame a woman or says because of these women, you want to call them names, because these women do this, because of the women do this or do that. I don't want to hear none of that. I don't want to hear none of that. I'll tell you why I don't want to hear none of that. If you are walking into your leadership role, which is God-centered, I'm not talking about being a Christian. I'm not talking about being scripture. I'm talking about being righteous, conscious, Christ consciousness. being alert, being the light for your children, for yourself, for your wife, for your significant others, for your friends. You are here to protect in every way possible. Not one black man in his right mind should not be handicapped. In other words, this man should have his mind physically, spiritually, and mentally fit. That's wealth. If you want to know what real wealth is, it's mentally, physically, and spiritually that you become the wealthiest man on the planet. And everything else will be added into you if that's what you chose to want after you discovered this complete mind, body, and soul, which is spirit, that you have to complete and take care of well. That's the wealth. That's the protection. That's the energy. That's the insight. That's to be able to see things before it happens, because you're in the right place, because you got on your whole armor by protecting your mind, your body, and your spirit. That's your whole armor. But you cannot protect. And men, you weren't born to be emotional. Okay? You have feelings, but you got to put these feelings in the places that they need to be. It's only to be wise with these feelings and make decisions. It's not to get caught up in them. That's not your position. That's what the woman is for, right? She's the love, right? So I'm going to talk about these men who say they with these women, or the women that said these women be treating men like crap. You know, they be talking to them any kind of way and etc. Right? Well, that's because the man is not being a man. Me personally, if any woman ever mistreated me, it's because I allow it. But there's no woman on God's green earth that I will deal with that will be disrespectful, that would not be ladylike, that not have morals, that not have respect for herself, that be all loud. You're not going to be around me. And that's what has caused most men to fall, even those in high places. Right? Shout out to Miss Mona in the building. Now think about this. When you standing on business, and for those who have dated back in the day, you know, without me even saying it, I am zero nonsense and I do not play disrespect from no one. So men, if you will step up and be a man and not tolerate and hold your position accountable, you will not be disrespected by women. But see, the thing that caused most of you to fall, you overlook the disrespect because the feeling and the desire of the opposite sex. You want to touch something, right? So therefore now the kingdom has already crumbled, like Samson fell into a woman and lost his power. And I'm making the point here now. This is going to be very heavy because it needs to be told, right? It needs to be heard. So when you say, man, these women ain't no good, man, what are you doing to earn that respect? Or where's the respect for yourself? If you're a righteous, upright man, if you're a pure-hearted man, if you're a respectful man, if you earn the respect and you demand this respect, then why would any woman want to come around you and talk to you any kind of way or whatever? Or for let's do another one. If you're in the right position, being God-like, your discernment, your energy, the frequency that comes off of that person that show that they're not right, you wouldn't even entertain it in the first place. Then you go ahead and you guys try to go ahead and get with these women and thinking you can change them because you can buy them, right? You think you can buy them gifts and give them that and blah, blah, blah. But man, you don't have to have no money to get a real woman. If you have to have money to get a woman, you don't need that woman because you're going to lose anything that you have already. Stand up and be a man completely. That means take care of your body. Take care of your mind. Take care of your spirit. Most of you men, why I'm saying why you got to be God-like and be in the right positions and be head authority, and a lot of these women mistreat you, the way they mistreat you because you're not in position. You don't walk with authority. You just talk loud and demand with control. With authority come love and submission. It's self-control, right? Self-discipline. Understanding. But see, you women mishandle you and talk to you any kind of way because you're not in position. You're not taking care of your body. You're not taking care of your mental. And you're not having a relationship with your spirit. But you demand all these things to happen for you, right? You want this woman to do this. You want your kids to do this. You want this. But you're not even following the instruction. You're not even taking care of the very thing that was given to your very own life. And that was to be a man and follow the God that made you the man. But you leave him completely out and your life is dismantled. You're not a protector. You're not a provider because you're not providing for yourself. And this is facts. This is to open you guys up and let you see the reality of what you've been overlooking so long because everybody around you are doing the same thing. So that give you reason to feel like, well, I got a little bit more time to not take care of myself. I got a little bit more time to play with this and blah, blah, blah. Justifying, right? Making excuses because everybody around you doing the same thing are doing more. Don't let that take you to the grave sick and what you call leaving here as a disgrace. Embarrassment. You guys, this is embarrassing. And I'm gonna speak a real fact right here, guys. And this is a fact now. This is just to let you know how important this thing is and why you guys are supposed to take care of the only thing that was given to you. You was given a mind, you was given a body, and you was given a spirit. And you guys don't take care of that, and you wonder why your life is all out of whack. And before I get into this, I'm all over the place with it, but that's okay. The next time you guys try to blame the white man for what happens to everything on this planet, you got to understand that the black man was here first. You got to understand too, the black man went against the black man the very first time. The white man was not always here. So like I said, enough of the excuses, guys. If you're not being God-like, you're a part of the problem. You're bad energy. You are a toxic individual. And the older you get, the more bitter you become. But you're a man, right? You act just like a child in your emotions, in your feelings, in how you behave, and how you try to strong arm and muscle your woman, right? But you're a man, right? You're not a man. To be a man is to be God-like. To be a man is to be centered and not all over the place, confusing the one who's trying to love you. Because you're mad and upset because you're not taking full responsibility, holding yourself accountable for not doing what you know you were born to do. And that was to feed your mind, to feed your body, and to feed your spirit. How in the world would you think you're going to take care of somebody? I'm going to say again, if somebody would run into your house, and some of you might say, well, I get the gun. If you barely can get out, I'm talking about the guys in their 40s on up. And maybe some in 35 because you done pretty much, most of you guys done drunk so much liquor and things like that. You done told your body, well, you're in 30s, but you're really in pain like somebody in their 50s already, right? So I'm going to use this real fact right here. If somebody will run up into your house right now, you got grandkids in there, you got a wife, and you might got a pistol or something, right? But remind you, you can't even get out the bed fast enough now when you get up in the morning to go to work or etc., right? It's not easy to get up out of the bed, right? So if somebody will come and you're supposed to provide and protect, right? That's what a husband or a man does for his family, right? He provides and he protects. How are you going to protect if you can barely get out the bed? See, this is not to be funny or anything. This is super, super serious. And you know I'm not lying. You guys can't even, you can barely, if somebody kind of grab you, if you twist wrong a little bit, you could probably hurt your back or your hip, right? But you be talking all that noise like you can do something. If you was a real man, you wouldn't be talking at all. You'd be out the way. You wouldn't be in your feelings. You won't be emotional. You won't be mad at everybody else. That's how I know you ain't a man yet. You just have his body. Enough is enough of the blaming. Let's not blame these women another day. Let's not blame the white man another day. Let's blame that man in the mirror who's disregarding, disrespecting, and neglecting his own very life that was given to him. Now you ask yourself a question. How are you a man when you're out of shape? You don't have your health. You're all over the place with your tongue. You're confused. You're miserable. You're unstable. That's what happens when you don't feed your mind, your body, and your spirit. There's no way to get around it. Your women talk to you like anything. They just... A woman's not going to talk to me any kind of way. You know why? Because I'm not going to talk to her any kind of way, and I wouldn't even tolerate it. When I was a child, yes, because I didn't have no common sense to see what was happening, and I got my little heart broken, right? Several times. I had to say it, guys. You have to know this, and you know this is the truth. Do it feel good not feeling good in your body? Do it feel good not being able to perform like you need to do? Do it feel good having a low self-esteem, thinking your wife is not being pleased with how you know what I'm saying? Do it feel good can barely walk to the store or to the mailbox, or dread going to the mailbox and come back to the house? But you're a man? How you going to provide and protect with those conditions that happening to most of you men today? And all you want, that's why most talk about, I get a pistol. What if you can't get to the pistol? You going to sleep with the pistol? Get yourself together, man. You didn't know. You didn't know. I'm telling you right now. You better get yourself together. Because you're embarrassing the idea of what we call a man. Okay? We are an embarrassment to the whole human race, and you wondering why everybody else talk about us. Because you don't even stand up to take care of your very own self, but you're a man. You make that make any sense, right? And that can explain why everybody disrespecting you. That explains why you're so emotional. That explains why you cry like a baby when you talking trash. That's just showing the signs of a child. You just doing it in a man's form, right? That's what you call temper tantrums, right? You do all these things, men, to show that you are very childish, where you're no longer a child. This is No Face in the Building. Like I said, I'm not going to be here long. For those who want to follow me, follow me. But I had to leave this with you, and I'm not going to leave here without increasing this knowledge, this power, before I leave. You would not be without excuse for why your life won't change. This is life changing here, because mine was first changed. I tried everything that you still living in today, 20, 30, 40 years later. You still doing the same thing, but you're a man. You demand respect, right? You want attention, right? For what? You're not even giving it to you. Make that make sense, my guys. This is your boy No Face in the Building. Shout out to my man Jay Steele in the building. Good to see you, my brother. Another brother who's powerful on speaking to the black people, protecting the black people. But the black man got to protect himself. I said we done made more excuses than a pass to the freaking principal office, where I stayed at. All these excuses, man, come on, man. I mean, is that word not played out of your vocabulary now? You should be then ran that completely out of tape. You're 115 years old and you still whining and complaining and acting like a little boy in your behavior. Make that make sense, right? Men. That didn't have to be long, right? I hope I didn't take too long. But y'all needed to know this. There's nobody to blame. I said you were here before the white man. You created the white man. So why you blaming him? You got more knowledge than him. So why you acting so naive and uncivilized? Your behaviors show a child. Think about it. Why is a grown man who have kids, grandkids, is so overly emotional? Show he's still holding child behaviors, right? It is what it is. This is your boy No Face in the building. I'm gonna be back, you guys. And this is all out of unconditional love. I'm only saying this because I was first one who blamed and looked at this person and looked at that person, but I forgot to look at the one who was in the mirror myself. I forgot to look at me. That's why I never came out here and tried to inspire anybody or try to teach to anybody, because I had too much unfinished business in here to clean out. That's why I said what I said in my last topics. Everybody who's preached was not called, and everybody who teach wasn't sent. Because they too crippled when they come out here. They too confused. They talk all over the place, showing not to be a great teacher, which means it's a false one. Shout out to each and every one of you tuning in. Good to see you, Jay. I want to, it's funny you popped up on here, man. We need to do another live, man. It's time to get deeper. I see your platform on TikTok and everything. Salute to you, man. Doing great things. I'm transforming over here to YouTube, man. Getting some, a lot of attention already, which is crazy because I've been with Facebook for a minute, for 2 years, right? And I'm getting more, making more. I know it's a bigger platform. I mean, it's more global. But at the same time, the truth is the truth, right? Facebook, I love you guys for real. But I hope that I really did inspire you. I left you with something that you'll never be able to get off of you. It's like staying in a wood floor with stain in it, and you know it'll never come out. This is what I leave. This is what I bring when I speak to you. I'm going to make you think. If I don't move you, I'm wasting your time, right? I'm not doing something right if you're not being moved. If I'm not making you mad, if I'm not shaking you up, then I ain't doing something right. It is what it is. It's your boy No Face in the building.